how's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Just one trade for me today, and it was definitely not an ideal trade. A little bit of FOMO, to be honest. So, just want to dive into ENZC, recent supernova, and just kind of came down and just kind of consolidated, created some nice support. I just kind of saw like a multi-week breakout here over like 16, and actually I should bring this down a little bit. So basically, it was a breakout over 16, and for some reason, I had a line at like 16.5, and so I don't really know what that was about. But the breakout level was around 16. So I was watching it in the morning, and I love these higher lows, this kind of ABCD pattern it was making. And I just didn't like the volume. The volume kind of faded after this initial spike here, and decided just not to take it because I just felt like it needed some kind of big pullback. Towards VWAP at least. And when we got a nice pullback and it just kind of crashed through VWAP, just kind of chopped around here for a second, kind of held 16.5, and so I took a small position here. We got the bounce, and it was just a weak bounce, and it just obviously just had more downside to go, so I just cut it as soon as it broke that low that it made at 16.5. Just took a small loss, nothing big, nothing I'm worried about. That's what's nice about trading small size is I keep taking like a lot of small losses, and I'm just happy they're small losses because a few weeks ago, if I was sizing up, when I was sizing up and at least trading decent size, all these little small losses were decent losses, if not big losses. And it would ruin my day, it would ruin my confidence if I saw something later in the day. And it just really messed with my psyche. And so trading smaller, just kind of going back and trading smaller size just helps. And it doesn't beat you up too much. And you can kind of really, instead of, like if I take a big loss, it's hard to kind of learn from it because you're so emotional after the loss. You can't really look back and be like, okay, this is what I did wrong. When I take a small loss like this, like it's no big deal. It is what it is. No sweat off my back, and I get to really look back at it and learn from it instead of just being like really emotional and upset. So that's just another kind of key thing I've noticed with having smaller size. And so yeah, I took the panic, and it had a quick little bounce and then kind of washed out and then kind of just held 15.5 and near the actual breakout level. For some reason, I don't know why, I've had that line there. Because I've watched this stock for when it had that previous run. And for some reason, I had that line up at like 16.5, 16.7-ish level. And so, I don't know what that was about. For some reason, I thought that was the breakout level. And actually, yeah, no, not even that. So a better dip buy would have been down in here, especially when it kind of put in that bottom, made the higher low, held the breakout level. But still, just nasty midday washout. And OTCs have been a little slow this week. Nothing too crazy. There's been some okay breakouts, and especially today, there was just basically nothing. This was the only one I was really kind of had my eye on, and what caught my attention too with this was it was trading really nice dollar volume. I forget what the dollar volume was in here. I think it was like 7-8 million. And if I check, yeah, because at the end of the day it traded 13.9 million. So I'm pretty sure it was like 7 or 8 million already just going into midday. And so I really like that dollar volume. I really like the trend, and I was expecting some kind of hard pullback, and that's what got me so interested, somewhere closer to VWAP or closer to the breakout level. And I guess I just had a misplaced line here, and I thought this was the breakout level, so I was more excited with buying it on this first pullback. I thought it had dipped kind of enough to at least consolidate and bounce and push back towards high of day, but it ended up having that another little leg down, and before it bounced, and then it finally held VWAP into the close. So it will be on watch for tomorrow for sure. But it is the third green day in a row, which is also why is why it's good to have small size. I'm just not as confident. Third green day, trying to push through a key resistance level. I mean, yes, it is trading good volume, but it's just, and I would say even fourth green day, I don't really count this, but I mean, that's the momentum shift right there. That's the start of this run up. So technically, yeah, fourth green day in a row. And that's just, I don't like to buy third, fourth green days in a row. I prefer first green day is what I prefer. I will play second green day. But once it gets past second green day, I kind of just take it off the radar and put it on the back burner for when it pulls back, or if it wants to have some kind of multi-day breakout eventually. So that's basically it. I mean, nothing too crazy. Just kind of a stupid trade. Just it wasn't ideal. So it's not terrible. Like, the thought process on it is not bad, but it's not good either. And trades like these, I could just cut out and just ignore. So kind of just hard when the market's slow and you kind of just got to sit on your hands, and there's just no opportunity. But that's just how the markets are, and that's just how it is. And so that's what makes a good trader from a bad trader, is you got to recognize what the market's giving you and know when to fold them and know when to hold them. A little Kenny Rogers. But yeah, it's basically just know when to be aggressive and know when to take the day off. So just got to keep that in mind, and we're going to keep pushing forward, one day at one trade at a time. But hopefully the OTC markets heat back up, closing out the week tomorrow and Friday. I know listed stocks have been pretty hot, and AMC, Jesus, I don't know if anybody's looked at AMC, but my roommate is in at $11 and has been holding, and his goal is to hold it to the moon. He did sell 10 shares. I don't know exactly how many shares he has, but he sold like maybe a quarter of his position up in the 60s. So happy for him. And then I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy Fatty, who got me into trading in the first place. He just crossed PDT today, so I'm about to go see him and have a little celebratory dinner or something with this guy, because he deserves it. Hardest working dude I know, and you will see him having interviews with Tim Sykes here by the end of the year. I can almost guarantee you that. So happy to be trading with him and being by his side throughout this whole journey. It's been amazing. It's been awesome having somebody to talk to about stocks. So I can only imagine how difficult it is to be by yourself and trying to do this without anybody to kind of talk to. But hey, that's what I'm here for. That's why I make these videos. I want to just reach out to people, and hopefully people can learn something from me, and I can learn something from you, and just grow together. So that's the whole goal here, is to just kind of just journal my trading journey, help whoever needs it or is struggling, because I'm in the same boat. I'm struggling as well, and we're all just trying to get better, and just got to keep pushing, keep grinding. So that's basically it for me today. I'm going to stop rambling on, but hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later.